Hello everyone, it's Sue here. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to work on something for my December journal, which is basically the majority of it will be fabrics. And I want to make, I want to start making things to put on the pages, like pockets and tags and belly bands, that kind of stuff. So a while back, I saw Carol from Wonky Stitching with Carol. I'll put her link in my description box. She was making mushrooms and with fabric, and I loved it. And I had all these all done. And one of these days will come on, I'll come on here and stitch these. I even pulled out some buttons to sew onto the mushroom, but I want to follow that same thought process, but do it with Christmas. So I really like having this flannel as the base, and I can't have it be more than 7 inches tall, so that it'll fit into my journal. So I think the first thing I'll do is let's go ahead and let's cut. And I don't want it to be too, I don't want it to be too wide, but it can really be fairly wide because, well, I'm just going to be tucking something into it, whether it's like receipts or a picture or journaling, that kind of thing. Okay, so this is obviously too long. So let me go ahead and I'm going to measure just under 7 inches. And then let's go ahead and tear that. Okay, so now we have our base. So that's our base. Let me turn my little iron on. And, okay, so that's good. First step done. I'm going to put these away. I had considered using a solid color fabric for this purpose, but I think I'm going to go with this instead, at least for this one. Because I really love the flannel. I love it, love it, love it. So let's get this ironed just real quick. And then we're going to pick out the fabric. So I think what I want to do is something like, well, I don't know. So see, this one's a little bit bigger. And it has 2 layers up here. And this, well, I think this one would have buttons. And then this is bigger, but it has some trim. So you know what? I'm just going to cut. Well, first we have to select the fabric, right? So I'm going to go with 3 different fabrics, 2 for the top, and then we need something for the stem of a mushroom. Is that what a mushroom has? A stem? It's not a trunk. What is it? I don't know. I'm going to go with stem. Okay. So I have all of these right here. So let's see what I can pull out from here. So if I went with a darker green for the background, and I actually like this top one right here. So we'll go with that, this combination. So it's going to be a really wild mushroom. So, well, we can do this stem thingy with that, or, gosh, any of these really. I'm just going to pull this out just in case. Okay. So now, okay. I think I'll start with this. So there is no there's no, yeah, it's just cutting it out. There's no, I can't tell you really how to do it. Just think of a mushroom shape. That's all I can say. I mean, that's all I did with that. So I'm going to, okay, I can't talk while I do this. So I'm just going to think. So if I was a mushroom, I would kind of look like this. It doesn't have to be even Steven. And then the bottom might come in. Oh, now I feel like I'm cutting this too small. Well, let's just do it and let's see what we have. Okay. All right. So that is good for the back, right? That's good for the backing. I like it. And I like having it on a slant, like this one is a little bit on a slant. So I'm going to put that on a slant. I like it. Okay. First layer done. So the second layer, so like this one, the shapes are totally different, right? So this brown layer is different than the floral layer underneath. So I'm just going to kind of do something here. Don't know what. And you know, it's a mushroom. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so then that's going to go there. Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, I like it. All right, so let me pin that down. Okay, so now we need the stem. So I could pull in, I think I like the brown better. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I do want it to be frayed, so I'm going to do 2 tears. So 1, and then this will be the actual stem. It's a little, I think it's a little wide, but that's all right. Wow, that really frayed a lot. Look at that. You know what? I need to iron that. That frayed a lot. So that's pretty wild. Okay. Get rid of all of those little pieces. Okay. So let's iron this. And of course you can use any fabrics that you have for this. The one Carol did, well, she did a bunch of them. They were very, I think she like made like a little house and everything like at the bottom, at the trunk. She did a beautiful job. Me, I'm going to make it just a tad easier. Okay, so I'm gonna cut it there. And that's our stem. So now, okay, so before I sew it, I like it. I like it. I was thinking of adding something to it. So maybe we could sew just a little piece of that on there, which I think would make it more festive. So that's an option. I do have some buttons. We could even put just like one little button somewhere on there, right? This one's too pink. Let's get rid of that one. Could even go with white. I think I like the white better. I do. Okay. So I'm just going to get stitching. Let's not overthink. So, you know, again, you may have, oh, I have this too. I forgot I had this. You may have Christmas fabric that looks a lot more Christmassy than this. So you can definitely You know what, I might stitch a piece of this down here. So let's cut that. Because it's very glittery, this ribbon right here. So let's see. All right, let me grab a pin and, oh, I don't have, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna open this. Because this is a good color. So this is crochet thread from Hobby Lobby. I've been using my white a lot. I really, 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 really like it. So I'm gonna give this a try. My white crochet thread is size 10. This is size 5. So it's bigger. And my white is cotton and this is not. So, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, my. Oh, the things that happen when you're on camera. Oh my gosh. It's like I can't even cut, apparently. Okay. So let's go ahead and use this. Perfect color. Like an off, you know, beige-ish color. It is acrylic crochet thread. And it is fairly thick. It is thicker than a pearl thread would be. So I'm thinking that this is going to become a part of the design. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna first stitch this, and I'm gonna just start from over here. So it's going to be part of the design because we're going to see it, right? So this very light thread on the dark green, obviously you can see it. So it becomes part of the design. And just a simple straight stitch. I don't feel like I'm doing this very evenly. But that's okay. That's all right. It's a mushroom. Or are these actually called toadstools? I don't know. I never really knew the difference. So, okay. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to couch on this gold. So we'll do that once I get around there. I think it's going to be cute. So I will maybe make 1 or 2 more of these. We will see. We will see. I want to make some hearts too. Like Christmassy hearts. Hearts are always good. You can always use a heart. Always. Always, always. Okay. So, let's see. So now we're towards the bottom. Oops. We are towards the bottom. So, let's flatten this out. Oh, I didn't pin this down. Let's put that back under there. Put that there. And let's pin that. Okay, so now we're down here. Perfect. Let's do it. Okay, so let's couch. So I'm not going to knot this off or anything from where I just left off doing the straight stitch. I'm just going to kind of pick up from here and do some couching. So couching is just taking something. It can be many different things, but you know, it can be different types of fibers, different anything that you can like scrunch up and stitch around like I am, all I'm doing is going over the top of it. And so it will hold it in place. So I do want to make sure that I get the shape of the bottom. You know how it was cut a little bit. Yeah, so I just want to make sure I get that like I don't want the bottom of the mushroom to be straight. And I think I said this is part of my slow stitch mini project. So I have several of these where I'm using the hashtag slow stitch mini project. And you're welcome to use it as well. I did have it at like 5 hours if you're making something that's 5 hours or less, but I think it should be less than that, maybe like 2 hours or less. You know, something that you can basically sit down and do rather quickly. Yep. So, you know, since this is a rather easy thing to sew, you know, I keep picking up this little piece of ribbon there. You know, maybe it will inspire someone to make this because it's not anything overwhelming or something that's going to take 2 months to make. Yeah. Yeah. So I think adding this gold will help, like I say, to make it festive looking. And I don't need it to be overly festive looking. I'm just going to take this off for a second. Just enough. Give it a little, excuse me, a little pizzazz. A little pizzazz is all it needs. Okay. And if you do make something like this for Christmas, let me know. You know, tag me or mention me, I guess, as it's called on YouTube. You know, where you do the @ Susan Hiles Creates. Yep. And it will tell me that somebody has mentioned me, or just, you know, if you don't have a YouTube channel and you make something like this, just leave me a comment. I would love to know. Okay, so we're getting to the end over here. So let's take a look. Okay, do I want to keep going up? I don't think so. That will be good. So another stitch, and then we can knot it off. All right. So, okay, so who has has started their Christmas shopping? Let me know. Because here it is, what, November 7th when this video goes out. I recorded this 2 days ago on Wednesday. And I started my Christmas shopping today on Wednesday. I started it because I got one of those boxes. You know, my church is doing the, what is it called? It's through Samaritan's Purse, shoebox, something or other. And so I got my box on Sunday. And so I've started to gather some things for it. And they give you, I like the way that they do it. Well, first of all, I think anything with Samaritan's Purse, I think, is good. I think that very reputable organization. Yeah, and they help so many people, literally around the world, even. But they were like super instrumental, like with Hurricane Helene down in western North Carolina last year. Um, but I mean, they do that work all the time. So I think it's a very reputable organization. If anybody's ever looking to, donate or help out or whatever, because they have a lot of people working for them and, yeah, all that good stuff. But anyway, yeah, so this is part of Samaritan's Purse. And they will take these boxes, which are like shoe boxes, but they actually have like Samaritan's Purse on them. And, they're nicely decorated. Um, and they will ship these boxes to over 100 countries. And the way that they do it is you get to choose. So it's not like you're choosing a name, you're choosing a gender as well as an age. So they have two different age groups for each gender. So, like the lady that is organizing this at my church, she, when I got my box, um, she's like, oh, if you can do like boys age 10 to 14, that's the older age group. And because a lot of people don't do them because they are harder to do. So, of course, she says that. And me, I'm like, well, I'm going to do it. If it's harder, I got this. And so I started today. There's things that you can't put in. You can't put in like toothpaste or anything wet like that. No paste or liquids. No food. But they do give you a list of things. So like one of the things I have to try to find, which I don't know where I'm going to get it, is like apparently you can get like a soccer ball that is deflated and it comes with a little pump to inflate it. So I have to look for that. I guess I should probably just look online. I'll probably find it. But I was thinking, like, well, what store can I go into here to find that? Maybe Dick's Sporting Goods? I don't know. But anyway, so this morning I was at BJ's, which is like Costco. And, well, because I'm at BJ's multiple times in a week, sometimes multiple times in a day. And so I started with getting pens and pads because they're like, well, you can get like school supplies, you can get toothbrushes, combs, but each box should have that wow present, which in this case would be the, the soccer ball. So anyway, so I've started filling that box up. So that's actually the first of my Christmas shopping that I am doing. So I'm happy with that. At this point in time, my granddaughter's 16. Last year she did tell me something that she wanted, and I got it. So if she does that again this year, I'll get it. Otherwise, I'll give her money. And then my kids, they're older, so I'm going to put that little button right there. I think I can actually use the rest of this to get that down. So let's do that. I think that's cute. Is it the right way? Yeah. Okay. Yep. And so my kids, I can give just money. And even at this point, they're both in their 30s, so it's not like the days where like the whole living room floor was full of gifts. Those days are way over. They're long gone. And, well, I'm retired now, so, you know, I don't have, well, I just have my Social Security. Come on, button. I can't find the hole. Come on. Wait a minute. I have to think for a second. One moment. No, that's not the hole that I want. That's the hole I want. And then, of course, I have my mother, which you all know what she's getting. She's getting the patchwork table topper or crazy quilt topper or whatever you want to call it. And there's a lot of videos of me making that, which at the point where I'm making this video right here, it's almost done. I just have one more side to sew for the lace trim that's going to go around the edge. And then it is 100% done. But I'm waiting to do that. I want to do a video with all of you where we actually finish it together. Let me get rid of some of these little threads here. Okay. All right, so now let's look at this. All right, oh, I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Okay, so I was going to sew that on the bottom. And you know what? I'm still going to, except I need more thread. And I think I need like a white thread. So I wish I had my crochet thread here with me, but I do not. So you know what? I have apparently this piece of white thread right here. So I'm going to use this. So the reason I don't have the white crochet thread here is because I have it packed because I'm going to be taking it with me tomorrow. I take my mother tomorrow to a dermatology appointment. She's getting Mohs surgery, which she's had plenty of times, and so have I. And yeah, so I'm bringing some stitching with me. I've never done that before. A lot of times I'll bring reading, I'll bring a book, but I've never brought stitching to the dermatologist or any doctor for that matter before. So unless I change my mind, because I just went to the library today and I picked up 3 books that I want to read. So I might change my mind and just bring the book. It would be a lot easier than bringing, because what I was going to bring was my Roxy Journal of Stitchery, wall hanging, and I was going to work on the thread painting. So I don't know. I'll have to decide what to do. But that's why I don't have that crochet thread in here with me at this moment. All right, so I'm just doing a simple little straight stitch around this. And then we'll look at it again. I still have to sew this stem. Can somebody please look up what this is called on a mushroom? Is it a stem? I don't know. What do I know? I'm sure that there's like a technical term for it. I'm sure. Could be wrong. But, okay. This can come out. Okay. So we're almost done with this. Okay. I'll put a couple stitches on the side here. Or even just one stitch is good. That's not going anywhere. Okay, so that's done. See how easy this is? Thank you, Carol. I'm loving this whole mushroom thing. Okay, so all we have left is the stem. And I have my threads are scattered everywhere. I do have this. This is also from Hobby Lobby. It is a variegated thread. Oh, I see the end. It's right here. Oh, they tie a knot in it. How cool is that? Very cool. Okay, so I think I'll use this for this stem. And I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll just put a few little French knots to hold that down. You know, it's already sewn up on the top of the stem and at the bottom. Oh, come through. And on the bottom with the trim that we just sewed. So I think I want to get the darker thread. And we're just going to put in a few little French knots here and there. Because especially if this is like a toadstool, well, even mushrooms, you know, they have a lot going on them. Right? They have all kinds of, don't they have like warts? Do mushrooms have warts? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I should just be quiet now. I have no idea. I should have done some like mushroom research before this video. Oh my gosh. What am I thinking of that has warts? Maybe a toadstool. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. That's funny. Oh my gosh. What a hoot. Okay. We're getting there. I think it looks super cute. I'll hold it up in a second so you can see it better. And hopefully you are inspired to do something similar. And I mean, it can be for any project, right? So if you're working on another project where you need like a belly band or just something to put on a page as a focal point, this is it. This is it. And of course, my videos are real time, so I'll see how long this took. And that's how long it literally took me. And we did a good amount of stitching on here, right? We stitched a whole bunch of stuff down. Okay, so let me knot that off. And we're done. So this is a good little mini, a slow stitch mini project. This is perfect. All right, we did it. We have our little mushroom. So this is, like I said, going to be a belly band. And let me show you. Well, no, let me show you. The pages, although I don't have them quite ready yet, the pages are in this fabric. It's a very homespun look. So doesn't that look cute on there? Let me lift this up. Yeah. Something's sticking to my fingers. Looks cute, right? Yep. So I like it. perfect. Exactly what I wanted. That took about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, and that's it. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will be back next week, or maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. As of right now, I don't have a video planned for Saturday or Sunday this weekend, so we'll see what happens there. And that's about it. So thank you so much. God bless, and have a good weekend. All right, bye-bye.